Hi, so I'm going to film a YouTube live that's a Pilates Sculpt class. So here we go. If you have weights, that's fantastic. Little ankle weights, I have 2-pound ankle weights, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. We're just gonna put them onto our ankles and then we're going to do a little warm up. So with Pilates, there are the 6 principles. So there is a video on my YouTube channel that goes over the principles. So if you're new to Pilates, I highly recommend you do them just so you know exactly what Stott or true Pilates teachers are talking about. So getting on our back, let's warm up. Doing tiny little hip rolls. So we're going to inhale, move through imprint, so lower your back, your low back to the mat, and then peel each vertebrae up and bring them back down. So in, up, and peel down each vertebrae. One more. Just warming up our spine. It is early. And from there, I just want you to notice your breath while I get my microphone. I forgot. That way you can hear me better. Sorry. First time doing my live, so I hope my microphone works. Hi. We're good to go. Okay, so going back to our mat, we should be on our back. So we just did the hip rolls to warm up our spine. From here, let's test our neutral spine. So neutral spine in Pilates is when you can balance a cup between your hip bones and your pubic bone. That is considered your neutral spine. And you have a nice little low back curve. From here, let's see how you do with lifting one leg up and then tapping it down, hinging at the hip. Just warming up our hip joints. Making sure that we're not letting our pubic bone guide us down and losing our neutral spine. From here, lower your foot, bringing up the other one and hinging it away, tap. We're already working our core. Your pelvis will naturally want to go along with your foot. So this is when you really want to engage your abdominals. So they go from your rib cage all the way down. So kind of cinching them in as if suspenders, you're pulling them in together. This will help you stay in a nice neutral position. Nice. And then lower it down just to warm up a little bit more. Doing windshield wipers. It's still really early. Our bodies are not awake yet. Nice. Okay. And from here, warming up our arms. So our scapula have a lot of movement, which is a good thing. It's just that they lack bony attachments. And so they can get really stuck because we sit all day. And so we want to make sure that we warm them up before we do any exercise. So lifting one arm all the way up to the ceiling and down. Another one up and down. So you're feeling your scapula, so your shoulder blade gliding up and then retracting it back. Your scapula likes to move in these positions. And you can also do scissors with your arms. Paying attention to what your rib cage is doing. Not letting it float away with your arms. Again, in Pilates, want everything to be neutral as much as possible. So a nice long spine. Nice long neck. Amazing. And then from here, you can open one to the one side and close the book. I know a lot of us like to jump into our workouts, but the warm-up gets you so many more benefits to just get your body to be all warmed up and limber. Nice. And then the last thing I really want to touch on is your neck position. So it's naturally extended. So what we like to do whenever we do any flexing forward in Pilates, we always do a tiny little head nod and then you lift up. Just to set your spine, your cervical spine, so your neck, in a really safe position. So again, inhale, slight head nod, and then exhale, curl up to your shoulder blades, and then peel back down. That's an ab prep. So inhale, head nod, exhale to ab prep, and then lower down. So let's just get right into the workout. Let me just double check that there's no questions. I've never done a YouTube live, so don't mind me. Hi, there's 9 of you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know. I can't see if there's any questions. No. Okay, so let's get back to the workout. So having our ankle weights, I have 2 pounds on. From here, let's go right into our ab preps. So working the core right away. So here, having a nice neutral spine again. So balance your coffee cup on your pubic area. From here, slight head nod. Exhale, peel up to your shoulder blades. Deep, wide inhale. So the 3-dimensional breath. And then exhale, lower down. You should be feeling it right here underneath your rib cage. You can go a little faster because it is a sculpt class. Nice. One more. Nice wide breath. Good job. Okay, going on to our stomachs. We're going to do some breaststroke preps. So this will work your thoracic spine. So above your bra strap, all the way up, placing your fingertips in line with your mouth, nose is touching the mat. From here, your legs are really nice and long, and you're touching the floor with the tops of your feet, and you're not moving your feet. So I tend to see people lift their legs up like in yoga. We're keeping them down for now. So from here, your elbows are melted forward. You're still keeping that neutral pelvis. Inhale to set your shoulders. Exhale to peel up, just to the bottom of your rib cage. Deep wide inhale. Exhale, peel down. Melt forward. Inhale, set your shoulders. Deep wide inhale at the top. It's as if you're lengthening away from each other, from your legs and your toes. Sorry, from your toes to your head. And then exhale down. This should feel really nice. You're opening up the front body, so it's nice, wide open collarbones. Moving on to the harder variation. So placing each hand on top of each other, resting your nose on top of it. From here, it's the same idea. So you're going to inhale, set your shoulders so they're nice and stable. Exhale, peel up. This one is a lot harder because you have the weight of the arms. Nice. One more. Good job. Now going on all fours. We're gonna start the really sculpting part, the sweaty sculpting part. So from here, going on all fours, so you're really pressing away. You're really pressing up and away from the floor with your hands, if you have any wrist pain, you can bend your mat and lessen the flexion. So this is a common question I get. So you really want to reduce that flexion with your wrist. So really press down and away, and you'll see already the flexion is gone. So if you have any wrist pain, you can also go down on your forearms, and that's totally okay. From here, tracking with your hips, knees, and ankles, we're going to lift one leg up and bring it down. So touch your the knee. Sorry, oh my goodness. Tap your knee and then sweep it back. So our hips are level. We're not letting the body weight drop us to the other side. And you're really pushing up and away from the floor. And you have a nice long neck. You should be feeling this in your glute and not your low back. Of course, your hamstrings are firing. That's your hip extensors. From here, just bringing your leg into the midline, so towards the middle of your body and out a little bit. It's a small move, but holy smokes, does it ever burn? You're working your inner outer thighs, and everything else is staying stable. So really nice controlled moves. Your inner thighs and outer thighs should be on fire. Releasing any tension in your upper body. Nice deep breath. And from here, if you need a break, you can come back down. If you can stay, we're going to tap the floor and sweep it back. It's like you're on the reformer. If you've ever done the reformer machine, we do this with the strap. Sweep it away. This is really working your obliques, your abs. Your butt cheek should be on fire. And your supporting leg is really working, so your glutes are both on. So you're getting a really nice full body workout. Good job. I hope you're on fire already. I hope it's spicy. From here, again, you can stay or you can come back down and come back into the move. So pressing your hands into your palms together. From here, we're going to really target the glute fold. So the nice juicy part of our butt cheeks. Really pressing up and away from the floor and just doing tiny little pulses up to the ceiling. Releasing any tension in your upper body. Your glute should be super spicy. Good job. If you can stay here, do tiny little circles up on the ceiling. Good job. Not forgetting your breath. Releasing any tension in your neck and your shoulders. Just breathing through it. And then other way. This is your sculpt class for Monday morning. Good job. Tiny, tiny, tiny. It's harder. Then come in. You can tap your booty. You can do a little shell stretch. So it's kind of like child's pose, but it's an active pose. So you're really breathing fresh air through the back. Just staying there for a few breaths while I make sure there's no questions. Amazing. Hi. Okay, keep breathing. It's really nice. Now going all the way onto the other side. From here, again, pressing down on each of your finger pads and sweeping that leg away. Touching the floor and sweeping away. I usually see my students do this, looking at the floor. Have a nice long spine. Your spine does go all the way to the root of your mouth. So you want to make sure that's a nice long spine following the same line. Really squeezing the glute. Good job. I saw there's like 13 of you. I'm really impressed. You're showing up on a Monday morning after a long weekend or during a long weekend. So good job for showing up. I know it's not easy after relaxing, but I'm really proud of you. From here, do sweeps to the side and come back up. The thing about Pilates teachers I find is that we tend to forget what moves we made you do. So sometimes you can always remind us. I like to make stuff on the spot, depending on who I see and who's in front of me. So yeah, since I can't really see who you are, I'm hoping this class is good for you. It's a beginner level with options for harder, but take any option that feels good for your body. Really squeezing the glute. You should really feel it right here. It should be really spicy and breathing through any tension. Going down onto our forearms, really tapping up towards the ceiling. It's as if you're just trying to tap something away that's on the ceiling. Tiny little pulses. You can go a little faster if you want. Don't forget your breath. You can also plant this bottom foot for extra support. Whew, it's spicy. And then here, tiny little circles. Good job. Oh my gosh, it's spicy. You should be sweating. And then the other direction. Oh my goodness. Good job. It's as if you have like a 10-pound weight, but really it's just 2 pounds plus your leg. So it's really good. Bring it in, tap it out. Going onto our side body. Nice long arm. You're in a nice long position, resting your head on your arm. From here, lifting the leg up and down just to hip height. Imagine I'm there and I'm tapping underneath your oblique to really remember that you need to have that engaged to really keep the shape and to work your core. Good job. We're really burning out the legs today and the core. Good job. From here, 2 sweeps forward, flexing your foot. Sweep it all the way back. You can also bring this leg for support. 2 forward, sweep it back. You're getting a nice long stretch behind your leg and then sweeping it back a little further than your midline to work the glute. Doesn't feel like much, but trust me, it all adds up. Good job. Now again, nice and long. We're going to do a little bit of flexing to the side, so working our core a little bit more. So from here, you can also do this if it's helpful. From here, having your hand as support. At the same time, you're going to lift your feet and your head. You're folding at the middle like a book. Ready? Inhale, prepare. Exhale, really reach long with both your feet and your head. Nice wide inhale. Melt down. So it's as if you're between 2 sheets of glass. So the line should be nice and long and straight. And down. You should be feeling it right here, which we all love to work on. You can go a little faster. And from here, you can stay nice and long, and you can bring one leg down and tap. Good job. It's spicy. Your balance should be tested right now. So good job. This hand's great support. Nice long neck. And down. Tap it out. Let's go to the other side. from here. Nice and long, resting your head on your arm. Hi. I'm almost done in like 2 minutes. Okay, from here, having a nice long line, you're going to lift the leg up to hip height and bring it down. Good job. Amazing, really targeting right there. From here, we're going to bend forward, bend in the middle. Nice wide inhale, exhale, peel up. Do 2 more. Stay up here and lower this leg and do tiny little taps. Good job, 2, 1. Bring it in, tap it out, and do a little shell stretch, and I'll call that a day for my sculpt class. Good job for showing up, and let me know how you like the workout. Bye, have a good Monday.
Hey, what's up?
What's that?
I really like this little place. It's so cute, Kay.
What's that?
It's